call it. Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower and I'm a... So sue me, who you, Judge Judy? Stacking the rubies, if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet, no respect. Haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck. You can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? 'Cause we can hold it down. Yeah, you can hear me now.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Seahawks going up against the Falcons. So with that, we'll send you out to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action, and that's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Sanu, the man in motion, left. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss.
Check. 58. Check
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The play clock's running down. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
3 down.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
A running play for Rawls. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Desmond Trufant has made a great reputation in a short amount of time in the NFL. A lockdown corner that most teams don't attempt to try.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Second down following the run. Now Wilson on 2nd down. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Third down now following the run. Ryan. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. Doug Baldwin, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 61 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now Ryan on second down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throwing right, and that's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that leads to an Atlanta first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Time running out here on the play clock. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. The penalty on first down backs him up 5. It's now first down at 15. Again, Ryan. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Play clock winding down. Throwing again. Ryan. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Third and long. It's Ryan. And that will be incomplete as well.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the deep...
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be taken at the 10. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Counter play. Rawls. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Tackle made there by Robert Alford. So a 3rd and 8. One receiver left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards there for number 15.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I've become a firm believer over the years that many drops happen before the ball's even snapped. When you call wide receiver screen, as we saw there, I know these guys really well. They're thinking about that play going to the end zone, and sometimes they forget to catch the football first.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Wilson. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The play clock's running down. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly, and they'll get it up the middle. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense. But a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because, for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Rawls. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they like to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On second down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Defense has to stand tall here. 3rd and 1. They run with a power back. Rawls. And this one's going to go the wrong way. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Mohamed Sanu with nobody ahead of him. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 51 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
He was looking for Thomas Rawls there, and it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. From the gun on third down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
When it's well executed, a wide receiver screen can often be a thing of beauty, but so many things have to go right in order to complete it. Blocking out in front, timing of the quarterback with the receiver, and oftentimes everything gets set, and guess what? They drop the football.
Another pistol look here. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Third and long, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah. Exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, 51's the right, right.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Get up.
Hey, hey, watch it, watch it.
Hey, hey,
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run.
What's that? Now? Oh, we're back. Okay, well, something happened to Larry in the halftime show, I guess. We're ready for the third quarter. Let's go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught outright by Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Second down and 4. Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Two yards to go here on third down. And the back goes into motion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. There's Wilson to throw. And he's got Lockett. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll come out in the pistol. A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go again with Rawls. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Second down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to have a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Third down, here's Rawls. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try to run with Rawls. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
It's good to make it 17-7. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Here's Robinson. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Hey, let's go. Let's go. Undercrush.
They come up in an offset eye. Freeman again. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
That changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's got time. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
Back now in Atlanta. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They go play action here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing is Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel
That's
so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Finding Gabriel complete. A big 30-yard play on third. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's got his tight end, Tammy. Touchdown, Falcons. Jacob Tammy, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
First down, this is Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Rawls. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's John Ryan now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an even 90 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the fourth quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The fourth quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Second down following the incompletion. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. He'll look to throw. He's got Kurz. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Throwing now is Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Partner, he did everything he was supposed to do. Felt the pressure, felt the heat, escaped outside, and while he was looking for open receivers, couldn't find them. Big play by the defense.
Second down now after the incompletion. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can... And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.